What is up, people of YouTube? Funny Unarchived Extras here, and today I want to go over the Roblox situation. If you aren't aware, recently Roblox announced that normal faces will be replaced by dynamic faces. This has been quite confusing to me because I have yet to understand why they did this. I don't think anybody in the community has any reason. I don't think any of them have actually come up with a reason on why they did this, and I just think they did this, I don't know, maybe for bad publicity. Now, this situation is funny because it's coming off of, the free Schlepp situation, which was just a situation purely for Schlepp's ego. I think most people who have really reviewed the situation have likely come to a similar conclusion of, yeah, Schlepp likely didn't care about any of the victims in the situation. But yeah, that is the Schlepp situation, to be honest. And the Roblox community, ever since the free Schlepp situation, has just been going through some of the worst times on the platform in general. I don't know what to say, but it's been terrible. I know I keep saying but it's just because this is unscripted. I've never done an unscripted video, okay? I've never done one of these. I usually have a script, and even if I don't have a script, I still have, an initial idea, and yeah, this is not one of those. I went on Twitter, and I saw what's going on, and I thought it would be funny to talk about it. So, yeah, let's talk about it. Now, like I said, this is coming off of the whole faces situation. And so what a lot of people have been doing in response and kind of in protest, because this whole thing is because of the whole metaverse angle that David Baszucki and the execs at Roblox have been pushing for, is likely due to the shareholders. If you aren't aware, around 2020, Roblox became public, or was it 2022? I don't remember, but they kind of became a public company, and they became into the stock market, and yeah, people, the shareholders specifically, they wanted to invest in stuff, and Roblox needs to give them their money back. And, the whole percentage and equity and economics, blah, blah, blah. I don't know anything about that. I should, though. I have a business class. I don't know anything that much about it. I just know shareholders, and I know that the company needs to, actually go for the people who investors, shareholders, similar things. I don't know if they're the exact same. Like I said, I don't really know that much about this type of business stuff. I'm not pretending like I do, unlike most people. I'm just going to come out and say I do not know anything about this. I'm not someone who should be talking about this, and until I do know about this, do not take any of my words at literal face value, please. And hold me accountable if I am being wrong, please. And yeah, I will say that Roblox, and just the corporation in general, has been making the platform worse with them, going public in the stock market. And in response, a lot of the community has just been posting these really funny analog horror and schizophrenic posting of stuff. There is just so much stuff here. There's a lot of people replacing David Baszucki. One of the funnier images, David Baszucki as Pandemonium. Now, I will say that I don't know a lot about analog horror because it's not personally my cup of tea. I know a lot of people like analog horror, and all power to them. I just don't personally like it. In the same way, I don't personally like Pressure, though I still do like Pandemonium as a character, as a concept, I guess. But I hope Pressure does get better when they finally revamp the game fully. I will probably replay it, and if I enjoy it, I will enjoy it. If I don't, I don't. I need to stop getting off track. This is just something that happens when I don't script my videos. Don't be surprised. I mean, this still happens even when I do script my videos. But a lot of these edits are pretty funny. I like this edit because I actually get what it's referencing. Trust me, all the other analog horror videos and posts, there's only one video here. I won't understand what's going on at all, but I just think they're all funny. So I'll go over a couple posts here. And yeah, this is going to be a fun video, a fun time. Nothing too biggie, nothing too high stakes, and nothing too highly edited. Just something you can digest and enjoy. Yeah. Here we have whatever can be only described as Goatman, the urban legend himself, over a pentagram. I don't know why he's here, but he is here, and how is he related to David Baszucki? Well, obviously, David Baszucki is worse than Satan himself. Here we also get presented with the mysterious red forest of doom and despair and blood and more blood and gore and David Baszucki. It's David Baszucki's forest. This is like Epstein's Island and like Diddy's mansion, but this is for like David Baszucki specifically. Another interesting thing that continues to fascinate me is the fact that a lot of the people keep using these hieroglyphic like language. I don't know if this is like an actual language or something. I assume it is, but I find this really interesting because the use of this is either one of the worst usages of something and can only be seen as insensitive by the people who use that language, or just random symbols combined together to make something. I don't know what they're trying to form, but they are ridiculous at times. And yeah, I find them pretty funny. We also have the classic images that completely change the person inside of them. Some of these images are just not David Baszucki anymore, and there's nothing you can do to convince me that they are David Baszucki or are not David Baszucki because they do not look like them. Ah, yes. David, no spine and I must lie. I have Baszucki spine and I must lie. I have no spine and I must lie. I have no spine and I die lie. I have no spine and I must soon. x.com/roblox/status/... We also have Wednesday, January 28th, 2026 at 8:30 a.m. Not accounting for time zones because this took place completely different compared to mine, which took place at like 6 a.m. It was ridiculous. The next one is David Baszucki burning in hell. This is a wonderful platform. Yippee! This is what the average Roblox player has been feeling like for the past couple months. Here's David Baszucki as that one character, Aoni. I don't know. I haven't played that game. I haven't. Kill me, I probably butchered that pronunciation. I think that is what it's supposed to be, and yeah. I think what a lot of people seem to forget is that David Baszucki was actually generally liked by the Roblox community before 2020. It seems that after 2020 really hit, David Baszucki really started to become hated. I guarantee you that if this had come out, like, I don't know, 6 years ago, people would be so confused on why this is being done because a majority of people actually did look up to David Baszucki. And if you looked at some of his older Tech Talk videos on YouTube, Tech Talks, not TikToks, but if you looked at some of his older tech talks, you would 100% understand why someone might look up to him. So yeah, it's a little bit strange because, you know, it's kind of a contrast from what he used to be looked at. And yeah, it really shows that your reputation can go from 1 to 100, at least in a negative way, an immediate, like if you just do one thing wrong. Well, it's not one thing, but, you know, a series of mistakes. And here's David Baszucki turning into the one thing he tried to destroy, a static face. Now, that's a perfect way to end this video. This was a very fun video to make. It's nothing too big, and it's really nothing that big of a deal. I think it's around 8 minutes. I might have sped it up a bit just because. My voice might be a little sped up too. I don't want this video to be too long, and right now it's already about to hit 9 minutes, so it's probably going to be sped up slightly. So yeah, that's pretty nice. See ya. Bye.
I got no business in it. I got no business in it. I got no business in it. I can't fucking go home. I'm good in fucking Miami. No one can I do this.